Welcome to Travel Secrets Mexico's special edition about living and retiring in Mexico. Many people dream of moving to a new location in retirement. When they are no longer tied to their jobs, they want to take off for a warmer climate. Specifically, people who live in the colder regions of the U.S. and Canada look for year-round pleasant climate where they can pursue their hobbies like fishing, swimming, hiking, biking, horseback riding, playing tennis, or enjoy other outdoor activities. For baby boomers, retiring is like a second chance at life. They shed their big homes and even their cars in search of the perfect place where they can spend their golden years and live the lifestyle they've always dreamed of. Recently, several magazine articles, books, blogs, and internet forums reported about a large and fast-growing number of Americans and Canadians who consider retiring in Mexico. When specific locations are discussed, cities like Chapala, San Miguel de Allende, La Paz, and Puerto Vallarta dominate the conversation. This happens because sizable groups of North American retirees already live in these places. It seems that Mazatlan was overlooked by many as a possible retirement destination. How can it be that so many expats live in this town and that it's not on the top 10 list of Mexico's favorite cities to retire?
Mazatlan has over 25,000 foreign residents already living here. Most of those are Americans, but we've got close to 5,000 Canadians as well. They will all attest to the fact that this is one of the nicest places in Mexico. It's still economical, still affordable, and the culture, the arts, the museums, the history is unparalleled to anywhere else in Mexico, and I would venture to say anywhere else in North America.
Our research shows that Mazatlan has several advantages over other potential Mexico retirement locations that are further south. After several visits to different areas in Mexico and talking with many retirees who live here, we came to the conclusion that Mazatlan enjoys near perfect weather with milder temperatures and lower humidity than cities to the south. Mazatlan has one foot in the tropics and the other in the drier desert climate to the north. It is located just a few miles south of the Tropic of Cancer and is at the same latitude as Hawaii. Selecting a place to retire requires a great deal of thought and planning. Previous holiday experiences can influence your desire to live in a specific location, but you should not base your decision solely on vacation impressions. With Mazatlan, you get two cities for the price of one. Mazatlan is a major tourist destination, but it is not an artificial mega resort designed by the government to attract tourists. The other Mazatlan is a real city with Mexico's largest Pacific port and a buzzing commercial center. Old Mazatlan, with its colonial historic center, is only a few minutes away from the tourist area. Here, you can relax at the Plaza Machado in one of the sidewalk cafes and watch children play, have a cool drink, or savor excellent seafood in one of the famous restaurants. Just around the corner is the Angela Peralta Theater, restored to its 1860s glory. Mazatlan is the only beach resort in Mexico where you can enjoy symphony, chamber music, grand opera, jazz and rock concerts, or ballet, performed by top talent from all over the world.
The following year, I think we will have a wider span of possibilities because we're going to residences, to churches, to museums, to the squares, trying to take the culture out of the theaters. And I think that will be an accomplishment.
The lively cultural scene attracts many people because there is never a dull moment when you live in Mazatlan. The beautiful Sea of Cortez and the year-round outdoor activities are another strong motivator to live in this town. There are several islands and secluded beaches where you can relax or enjoy water sports.
It was fun, a lot of fun. The water is enjoyable, it's perfect, quite relaxing.
Much of the beach action is really not on the sand or surf, but along the beachfront boardwalk. Each evening when the sun starts to set, this place springs to life. The Malecon in Mazatlan is one of the longest in Latin America and a great place for some old-fashioned people watching. Many of the locals come to the Malecon in the evening to watch the sunset and perhaps have an evening swim. There are many more interesting things to do within a short distance. The rugged peaks of the Sierra Madre Mountains are clearly visible to the east. Tropical plantations and mountain jungle are close by. There are also some idyllic colonial towns where artisans specialize in handcrafted furniture, pottery, and tiles. The traditional bakery with its old stone oven is another attraction. A stop at the brickmaking factory shows this age-old craft. The workers fill the forms with a mixture of clay, sawdust, horse manure, and water. The bricks are dried and then baked by stacking them in a special shape and burning a wood fire inside. A worker can produce up to 1,000 bricks per day.
They actually wait about a day or a day and a half until it cools off, and then they proceed to dismantle the kiln and sell the production.
Mazatlan is the closest resort destination on the mainland south of the border. It can be reached by car via the new Durango Highway in about 10 hours. A flight from Los Angeles takes only 2.5 hours. More and more Americans and Canadians are choosing this charming city as their retirement destination. In fact, expatriates choose Mexico for retirement more than any other country in the world. Why? Primarily because it's possible to cut living expenses in half by retiring here and not sacrifice the conveniences found at home.
The cost of living here in Mazatlan is extremely affordable. Our dollar stretches a lot farther here than it did back home, especially when you buy things locally. We buy a lot of fresh fish, often paying what would translate to about $3 a pound. And this is fish that was probably caught a few hours before we bought it. Also, all the fresh produce in town, be it mangoes, apples, carrots, watermelons, you name it, very, very reasonably priced.
Retirees find that their pensions go at least 1/3 further than back home. You can still get a cart full of groceries for less than $50. When was the last time you paid $3.50 for a movie ticket? Or 70 cents for bus fares? And $4 to $5 for most trips around town with a taxi? Reasonably priced and readily available, quality healthcare is another important reason why retirees enjoy living here. One example is the Sharp Hospital that is modeled after its namesake in San Diego. This hospital is up to big city hospital standards in the U.S. and provides high-quality medical services at a fraction of the cost of comparable care north of the border.
The service here at Shop in Mazatlan was fantastic. The people here are really great and always helpful and smiling.
Hi, I'm Judy, this is Christiane and Dr. Barasa. Together we are your medical tourism team. We are here to take very good care of you.
The Melville Suite is located in the heart of Mazatlan's most culturally active area. It's just a short walk from Cathedral, City Hall, and downtown shopping. The whole building is American for Disabilities Act compliant. At the Melville you will find a complete, unique concept in accommodations designed to satisfy the most refined tastes. The surroundings retain their neoclassical architecture, modified for life in the tropics. The Melville's beautifully treats, each individually decorated handmade furniture and antiques, really create an ambience for the utmost appeal. We have 14 suites available for senior living. The Melville has 24/7 on-site healthcare services.
For those coming to Mazatlan and Mexico in general, considering living here maybe for part of the year or the entire year. This is a different culture. It's a different world. We are a slower paced society. And we look at people, we don't look at money, we don't look at the material things.
First of all, learn to relax. This makes your life a lot easier. Nothing goes fast in Mazatlan or Mexico except taxis and buses. Mañana means tomorrow, but it also means just not today. If you have poor hearing, that can be beneficial in some situations. Mexicans like it loud, but be assured, after a good Mexican meal and a few margaritas, your tolerance for loud music increases and you will like it. After you find out that the numerous benefits of living here far outweigh the temporary shortcomings, you will soon feel at home and discover that Mazatlan is a city with a soul. Another important reason why more and more Americans and Canadians leave their countries to live permanently or part-time in Mazatlan is the real estate market. CNN Money ranked Mazatlan as one of the best investments in Mexico for real estate. This is because of Mazatlan's strong economy that does not solely depend on tourism. The city is a major player in the fishing industry. With a fleet of more than 400 boats, it is the shrimp capital of the world. It is also home to the largest tuna processing plant in Latin America, the world-renowned Pacifico beer, and Merino coffee. Whether you want to rent or buy a home in Mazatlan, you need expert guidance from someone with a proven track record. The real estate agency you should select should be an active member of AMPI, the Mexican Association of Professional Realtors.
AMPI is very important now for people that is coming from other countries, because we have new laws now. A certified AMPI broker knows exactly what to do with these laws to make sure you don't get in any trouble.
Americans and Canadians are realizing that they can get very attractive homes in excellent neighborhoods for bargain prices. We can only show a small selection of the many developments and properties Mazatlan has to offer. One of the finest is the well-established El Cid residential area and marina. This exclusive development includes a 27-hole championship golf course, country club, and a world-class marina, plus full access to the amenities of El Cid Resorts. El Cid Real Estate is one of the premier companies with 40 years of experience.
So Mazatlan and El Cid guarantee security, high-level investment, and a big return on investment. And we are happy to say that we've been in business for many years, and it's a development that you can see, that you can feel and compare with others, and I think you will be very satisfied and happy.
This well-maintained golf and marina community encompasses 2-bedroom condominiums, 1- and 2-story homes with 3 bedrooms and a beautiful view of the golf course, as well as 3-bedroom homes located in Marina El Cid. Or maybe you want to customize the home of your dreams. Select a lot, and El Cid Real Estate can work with you to build your ideal vacation home. El Cid offers premier custom lots in their newest and most prestigious gated community on a private island. The residential area's perimeter is fully fenced with guard posts and 4 electronic access gates. This guarantees privacy and security around the clock. Internal construction regulations guarantee the quality of the buildings. The El Cid residential area and marina are conveniently placed in the heart of the Golden Zone, just minutes from New Mazatlan. This area includes a private university, the Mazatlan International Center, and an upscale mall.
Mazatlan is an infrastructure, it's not just beach. And so people come here because they love the people. They are embraced. They really feel that they are welcome with open arms. And so I feel that there is a tremendous potential for the future, especially for people that are retiring and that want to come and live here. We as a scheduled airline bring a lot of these guests, as we refer to them, not passengers. We bring the guests down to Mazatlan on a weekly basis to enjoy this infrastructure, this wonderful town.
There's a great diversity of neighborhoods to live in here, and part of what I like is you can really live in a local neighborhood where you get the banana truck come by or the water truck, etc., and deliver fresh empanadas right to your door. You can live in a condo building overlooking the ocean and see the sunrise. You can live from luxury to real basic.
I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised by the respect that anybody will receive that comes to retire and live in Mexico by young and old alike. It's a cultural difference, but it's a welcome cultural difference. People that are American citizens, Canadian citizens come here, they expect to be treated like equals, but they're not. They're treated with respect, with more respect than they expect, and that's a welcome element when you come to live here. You'll see it with the young people especially. They will call you sir, ma'am, they will help you with your bags, they will open the door for you, and they will give you your seat, their seat on the bus. Okay, that has been lost back home, but you'll find it here in Mazatlan, and that's very welcome, and it's very nice to have for the rest of your life if you're retiring here.
A couple of years ago, somebody talked to me about security, and I was reading lots of press, watching lots of media, talking about Mazatlan and not being safe. My response has always been the same. My daughter's 7 years of age, my wife's from here, and if I ever felt that this wasn't one of the safest places in the world to be, we wouldn't be here.
The city of Mazatlan itself is extremely safe. You can walk around here at all hours of the day. I was out with my wife on the streets in the hotel zone after midnight last night. Never crossed our mind that anything could possibly happen to us.
Mazatlan is a thriving business community, and it is a burgeoning economy. Many retirees from North America in particular find this not only a wonderful place to come and retire to because of the weather and the incredible value for money. Your dollar or whatever denomination will go much further in Mazatlan. But it's also a wonderful place to invest because the real estate market is still relatively cheap and so is very competitive. So you've got a major opportunity to come here and just retire completely, enjoy the spoils of Mazatlan, or invest in Mazatlan where you'll find an economy really waiting for you. And again, as I've said, language is not a barrier. All the notarios, the lawyers, the real estate guys, all of the people in business all speak the English language, and so you'll find wherever you go, you'll find people that you can converse with, and you can be quite sure that your investment's safe.
Now, let's focus on facts to back up what we've said before. The decision to buy a house or condominium is not an easy one because there's a lot of money involved. You want to be absolutely sure that your investment is safe and growing. In April of 2013, the London newspaper The Financial Times, one of the most prestigious media and economics in the world, published its latest study about American cities of the future. The experts of their FDI intelligence division ranked Mazatlan as the #1 in Mexico and #5 in Latin America as the medium-sized city with the greatest economic expectation and profitability and cost-effectiveness. The city created a new $3 million tourist corridor between the port of Mazatlan and the historic center. This promenade makes it easier for cruise visitors to reach the heart of Mazatlan. A combined effort between local police, state police, and the Army raised the safety level to new heights. These investments already show results. 3 major cruise lines are returning to the port of Mazatlan, including Holland America, Norwegian, and Azamara. More than 18,000 cruise visitors will have the chance to experience Mazatlan during the 2013-14 season. Negotiations with several airlines were also successful. They will increase flights by 40%. In Mazatlan, you'll enjoy a wealth of entertainment options with a great music scene. There are many performers from different genres. Nobody knows this better than Cheryl Godet.
There's a great community of retired people that come to Mazatlan, and a lot of cruisers have arrived here and fell in love with Mazatlan and just stayed. There's such a variety of music all over the city. On any given night, you have rock, country, blues, singer-songwriters like myself, jazz. It's pretty much all here, and the people who are here really support live music, and it's a huge attraction to the city of Mazatlan, and the Mexican music is phenomenal. And so, why don't we go hear some?
Oye, oye, yo canto mi niña, porque en tus playas con pasión me enamoré. Mazatlan, ay mi Mazatlan. The dark days are gone, bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere, sunny one so true. I love you. Adios and bye, con Dios, a long way from the lake. Somebody do me a favor and pass me the Jaeger, grab a guitar and play.
It's raining on the moon. The stars have all gone out. You are here with me. Of that there is no doubt. It's rolling on waves and shining in the sun. Look me in the eye and tell me I'm the one.
México lindo y querido, si muero lejos de ti.
One of the things that we've done that is unique is we imported a still from Germany. They've used stills like this in Europe for hundreds of years, but this is the first one of its kind in Mexico. And it gives our still master much better control over the distillation process, and it also helps him capture the flavors and the aromas from the plants that we use. We are a flavor and aroma company making liqueurs and spirits from plants grown locally in the state of Sinaloa. So this is the main mango growing area of Mexico. There are many blue agave plantations here, but other things like guava berry, lychee, jamaica, lemons, lime, mandarin, tangerines all grow here in abundance. Some of our products are now getting an international reputation and have won medals at the San Francisco World Spirit Competition. We are now exporting to Canada and the United States and working hard to increase our distribution there, as well as into Asia and Europe. Now we want to share what we have with the rest of the world.
Mazatlan has a great historical and cultural past. The Archaeological Museum in the Historic Center displays many amazing artifacts from the native cultures of this area. By the early 1600s, gold and silver shipments from the nearby mines poured through Mazatlan's harbor. Frequent pirate attacks stifled early development. The pirates were gone by 1800, but legends of buried treasures and caves along the coast still circulate. Locals talk about a pirate ship that sank during a storm. The ship carried several chests of pearls from the Sea of Cortez and gold from Spanish galleons. Travel Secrets Mexico started a treasure hunt. We will explore the islands of Mazatlan with the help of treasure seekers from the U.S. and Canada. The treasure can be hidden in one of many coves, buried in the sand, or submerged in shallow waters around the islands. Come to Mazatlan and join us for the great treasure hunt. Don't be surprised. Treasure hunting is to the people who live here what fishing is to Americans. If you can't make it to Mazatlan, please follow us on Facebook. Support us with a page like, and watch Travel Secrets Mexico every Saturday night on FamilyNet TV, or on YouTube as the search goes on. If you join us and can't find anything, you'll at least have discovered a great new vacation destination and the perfect place to retire.
Deseo buena suerte, que en el mundo encuentres más de lo que busques.